Coco, and you're inside tennis with the Cause.
Maureen Connolly-Brinker and Nick Bollettieri, two major legends of the game. What will these two individuals always be remembered for?
A legacy of excellence, a legacy cause of pouring back into others, because Nick was the greatest coach. He was so preoccupied with helping young players meet their potential. And Mom was the same. When she had her accident, she then coached and she breathed back and helped young promising players, both with her own coaching, but also with helping get travel grants for these promising players. So both Nick and Mom really believed in the power of tennis and in the importance of giving back.
And this guy never stops. Never. He's still coaching with Zoom lessons. How do you like that, Cindy?
Incredible. You know, that just shows someone who is all in. Nick, you are all in. You have been such an inspiration to all of us as we've watched for decades the players that you've coached, but just your passion, Nick, for tennis. That speaks to all young players who see people who really love the sport, and that's infectious. That's very contagious. So I really appreciate Nick certainly being a great coach, but also being an ambassador for the sport.
Absolutely, and we'll never get two more passionate people in the game, Cindy and Nick. Great to catch up to you on the 25th anniversary
of the Little Mo. Can you believe it?
Carol, Nick Bollettieri and the Little Mo have shared the same stage, the same court. IMG, the Nick Bollettieri Tennis Academy. How cool was it to see Nick motivating every kid that he could motivate?
Well, gosh, Nick, we love you and we're thinking about you, and you have just done an amazing job coaching and teaching and carrying on the fun, making tennis fun for all these kids at your academy. And we were fortunate enough to be at your academy with the Little Mo Internationals. And we just love being there, and we saw in person what you have done for junior tennis and all through the ranks, the pros, and just we sing your praises, and they're thinking about you and wishing you all the best.
Doug, you certainly have had some valuable experiences with Nick Bollettieri. Share some of those and their inside stories.
I had some great stories about Nick and Nick Bollettieri's. The year was probably 1982, and I was coming out there several times with a young player named Amanda Earhart, and she was one of the top players in 12s. And my first experience was coming to Bollettieri's, and that was the mecca of tennis, and it was just awesome. We were there training, and Nick would be on court, and I'd get to hear part of that and be a part of those instructions. And he just made it such a remarkable, energetic place. You'd come onto the court with Nick, and you'd have a hitter and a feeder and a video person, and you'd have a staff, and he just had that ability to say you're special, and when you're with me you're always going to be special, and people connected with that, and people perform for that, and he's always been amazing. I mean, he will probably never get the credit he deserves to be one of the great pioneers of American tennis.
Nick Bollettieri, greetings from the Lang family. We all wish you well. We never can thank you enough for all you did for us, bringing us from Southern California to Sarasota, Florida. And I know Tucker and Michael always say what a great guy and coach you were. In fact, my opinion, and most people's opinion, the best coach in the world, Nick. And we just wish you well and get better. We love you, Nick.